911. This is an episode of Show and Tell. I'm your host, Kayla Dailey, bringing you a show review on TV series 911. This airs on Fox Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central Time. Joining me today is Hunter Drinker. How are you, Hunter?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. I already knew that this episode was going to be foolish, right? So first of all, Henrietta, she starts off the show on the beach crying. So I was like, first of all, look, you know, ain't no black person finna be on the beach at night crying. We barely like water, so especially at night, we seen Jaws way too many times. So I just knew from then it was already going to be foolishness. So the very first big scene was Nora, the old lady, calling Abby the dispatcher, and it just turned into a scary movie real quick.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you see this man, he's like in a hood, and he has no face. And I was scared at that point because it's this little old lady and she's so scared.
Right.
And this man is just standing there staring at her.
I know, it was just this pitch black face. And so while she's on the phone, like, could you have seen yourself being that calm?
No. I would have been like running upstairs or... I don't know. I was freaking out.
I know. And I think I probably would have shed tears for real. I would have shed tears. And then further along in the scene, Henrietta and Athena find out that the stranger was actually in the house.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what would you have been thinking? Would you have told Nora that there was somebody behind her, actually? Yeah,
so that was what was really creepy about it was they find out, they see that there are footprints actually in the house, and the lady thought she was seeing the man outside, but it was really his reflection standing like this close to her.
Right.
Which, like, when I found that out, I was like, this lady is crazy. She should have died.
Right.
But no, they didn't even tell her that he was in the house.
Right.
And
I don't know if I would have known.
I would have had to tell her.
You would have had to tell her.
Yeah, because
so as a police officer,
I would have
told
her.
To tell her.
Yeah.
Okay, as Nora, would you have wanted to know that there was somebody behind you?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. Because, and here's the thing, because we find out later in the episode who this man is, and if she had known he had been in the house, maybe she would have put together, like, who he was, or something, you know, other than him just being some stranger outside. Because she kind of just, like, she didn't freak out about it that much.
Right.
And was just like, okay, whatever, I'll go stay with my daughter. But...
Oh, I don't know, because I'm not sure she would have been able to put it together just because of the fact that she didn't even realize the guy wasn't outside and it was actually just a reflection. So when I first looked at it, I was like, okay, I don't even think I would have realized that, okay, this is a window, this is actually his reflection, he's standing behind me. But because she was maybe because she was so much in shock that she couldn't put that together. So
crazy.
I don't know, Nora. We're so glad you are still alive, and your daughter is too.
Hey, and she's probably the reason that the daughter is alive, because remember, the man turns out to be the daughter's like ex-husband,
right? And
he always liked the mom, so she's probably the reason that she's still alive.
That she's still alive.
So kudos to you, Nora.
Yeah. 911, what's your emergency? I got a zombie man down here who's high off Tide Pods. Okay, he's not high off Tide Pods. But okay, quick question real quick.
Okay.
What's really going on with these Tide Pods?
It's crazy. Okay, so I bought some Tide Pods the other day because I needed to do my laundry, right? It took me 10 minutes to get those things open because they had some new child protection zipper. And I'm like, people just stop eating the Tide Pods so I can do my laundry.
I'm like, are they dead appetite? Anyway, that's another story. Okay, so what does this man is eating another man? What does face really taste like?
I don't even want to think about that. That's disgusting. And if you watch the episode, it was very visual.
Right.
And gross. So I did not like seeing that. And then the whole issue here was Athena was kind of struggling, like, should she shoot him? Should she not shoot him? Because he wasn't armed.
Right.
But the man was eating people's faces.
Exactly.
I mean, I think she was right to shoot him.
I think she was too, and I think she took the necessary steps to take him down. She shot him in the, well, she tased him first.
Yeah, that didn't work.
She shot him in the chest, I think twice, and then she went on to shoot him in the forehead. And I was like, oh my gosh, my heart would have been beating out of my chest. Like, you know, just I thank God that she decided to do it that way, because I don't know, my first instinct would have probably been shoot him in his forehead. That's just me.
Yeah, he was crazy looking.
Yeah, he's eating the whole man, but he eating this man raw. He ain't try to fry him, bake him, broil him, Lowry season. He just decided, let me taste his nose today. You know, so
But you know what it was? Why this happened?
They said what it was like, alcohol.
No, it was the full moon.
Oh shoot. You know,
you don't believe in the full moon?
I don't believe in it.
Okay, well,
you know what? I gotta find some wood. Cause I don't want a full moon to pop up and then some other stuff happen. I rebuke the Satan. Okay.
Well, I believe in the full moon, and on this episode, the full moon brought out all the crazies.
Yeah, it did. All the freaks coming out at night. The freaks come out at night. Okay, so Eva, which is the ex-girlfriend of Henrietta.
She's a mess.
Yes, she wanted some of Henrietta cake. So Athena told Hen, I know doggone well that was not your wife on the phone.
She knew.
She knew, woman to woman. Woman to woman. You know, that was not your wife on the phone, and I'm sure that her wife is eventually going to find out, probably in further episodes. But Hunter, why do you think Henrietta reverted back to her past and decided to deal with Eva again?
Well, I think it's something that maybe they haven't told us yet. Because we don't know what's happened in the past with Eva and Henrietta. So there has to be something big, like, to make her want to go back to that, because she seems, I mean, she has like the perfect relationship, you know. She does. But we see in a scene that maybe it isn't so perfect, because her wife is kind of not getting everything she needs.
And she called her out on it too.
She did. So I don't know what's going on. Right. Maybe we'll find out later, but I'm curious to know what it is about Eve, because she is not that pretty. She is not. And she's a criminal. Right. And you're a paramedic. Like, you can do so much better. Right. And I think her wife is gorgeous. So yeah, she did. Maybe I think now, as I looked further into the episode, I think that maybe Henrietta is still in love with Eva, and deep down that's why she didn't give it up to her wife, because she still has Eva on her mind like all the time. So, you know, hopefully we'll get that backstory soon. I'm sure after this episode we will probably definitely get backstory. So I don't know why they won't go ahead and make Abby a detective of some sort. Okay. A police officer. Listen, she's doing all the work anyway. Right. Like, she is finding out all this information. I'm like, what kind of 911 operator goes into all this trouble to figure these things? Like, the police aren't even doing anything. They get all of their tips from her. Exactly. So I think pretty soon she's gonna, I don't know, I think it would be good for her to cross over, but at the same time I like the aspect of her being the one to take the calls. Me too. So I don't know how maybe she'll be like a special crossover person. Maybe. Hey, right. You want some honey? Okay, but we have to talk about the guy, the ex-husband, she was the one that figured that out. Yeah. And the police detective kind of just like wrote her off and was like, you're dumb. This is not right. But she did all this research and went back and listened to old like 911 calls that she had. And she figured out that it was the ex-husband that had done this. Yes. So kudos to you, Abby. That was amazing. But I like what you said about the dispatch, that view, her perspective, through her perspective. And I think it just gives the show
that much more flavor.
Yeah, because we have shows that are about like police officers. We have shows that are about firefighters or paramedics.
Right.
There's no really show about a 911 dispatcher, and what's great about this show is that you have all of them.
Right.
And I think it's something that you mentioned last week is that every episode is like a season finale, and that is what I love about the show is there's no teasing. Like they just give you like plot twist after plot twist.
Yeah. And now I'm just so glad that they took so long to make this episode, well, to allow it to air and everything, because it was a really, really, really great episode. So with Abby being a dispatcher and being through her view, do you think that being a dispatcher is tougher than actually being like the law enforcer, firefighter, etc.?
I think in some scenarios it can be like you saw her on the phone with the lady as she was getting stabbed, and obviously like that took a big toll on Abby. So I think those situations, I can't imagine having to listen to that. And sometimes that's something that the police officers get there after the fact and just kind of see what happened, but they don't have to actually listen to it happen.
Yes.
So that can be really tough.
Yes. Emotional
she has a hard
stress.
job. Yeah.
Emotional stress. I can only imagine. So, well, to close out, I really hope that Buck does right by Abby and just attends to Abby as much as he attends to his job. So, we'll see.
Buck, you better
do right.
Do right.
This is a special one. Do right. So, Hunter, thanks again for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. This is Show and Tell, and we out here.